Good morning, my darling. Yes, you. The one who hit snooze twice, who is possibly still horizontal, who may or may not have one eye open right now. I see you. And I want you to know something before we go any further. The fact that you pressed play this morning, the fact that some part of you reached out for something better, something more loving, something hopeful that is not a small thing. That is everything. That is the universe leaning in and whispering, I've been waiting for you. Now, let me ask you something. When you woke up this morning, what was the very first thought that entered your mind? Was it something kind? Something like, good morning, wonderful me. I'm so excited to be alive. Or was it something a little more like, ugh, not again? Maybe it was a mental to-do list that already had 17 items on it before your feet touched the floor. Maybe it was a worry about money, or a relationship, or something you said 3 years ago at a party that you still cringe about at 2 in the morning. Oh, I know that one. We all know that one. Here is what I want you to understand, and please, really let this land somewhere soft inside of you. You are not broken, you are not behind, you are not too old, too young, too tired, too complicated, or too far gone. You have simply been running an old program, a very old, very outdated program that someone else installed in you a long, long time ago. And darling, today, right now, in this very moment, we are going to start writing a new one. You see, most of us were never taught how to think. We were taught what to think, what to worry about, what to be afraid of, who we should be, what we should look like, what we should want. But nobody sat us down and said, sweetheart, your thoughts are the most powerful creative force in your entire life. Every single thing you believe about yourself is shaping the world you live in. Nobody said that. Our parents didn't tell us because nobody told them. And their parents didn't tell them because nobody told those parents either. It just kept going, this beautiful, well-meaning chain of unconscious thinking, passed down like a family recipe that nobody actually likes, but everybody keeps making. So here we are. And here is the truth, the simple, magnificent truth that changes absolutely everything once you really understand it. Every thought you think is an affirmation. Every single one. When you look in the mirror and sigh, that is an affirmation. When you say, I'm so bad with money, that is an affirmation. When you say, I can never catch a break, oh, honey, that is a very enthusiastic affirmation. Your subconscious mind, that magnificent, tireless, incredibly literal part of you that runs about 95% of your life, does not know the difference between what is real and what you are simply repeating on a loop. It just says, oh, that's what we're doing? Great. Let me organize your reality around that. And it does, every single time. This is not woo-woo. This is not magic, although it will feel like magic when it starts working. Neuroscientists call it neuroplasticity, the brain's extraordinary ability to rewire itself based on repeated patterns of thought. Every time you think a thought, you are literally carving a little groove in your neural pathways. The more you think it, the deeper the groove, the more automatic the thought becomes, and the more your brain starts looking for evidence to confirm it. think life is hard enough times, and your brain becomes a little detective, searching specifically for proof that life is hard. It will find it too. It's very good at its job. But here is where it gets genuinely exciting, and I want you to sit up a little straighter for this part if you can. The same mechanism that kept you stuck is the exact same mechanism that sets you free. The same brain that learned to look for problems can learn with practice and with patience and with a whole lot of love to look for possibilities instead. So how do we do this? How do we actually change? Because I know you've heard think positive before and rolled your eyes a little. I know because I did too. It sounds too simple. Your mind says, but you don't understand my specific, very complicated, very serious problems. And I hear that. I truly do. But stay with me, because the how is simpler than you think, and it starts with just one thing. It starts with a mirror. I want you to try something today, just today. When you walk past any mirror, the bathroom, the hallway, the little front-facing camera on your phone that you accidentally opened and then immediately closed out of self-defense, I want you to stop, look at yourself and say out loud these 4 words. I love you, name. Whatever your name is, say it. I love you. It is going to feel ridiculous. You are going to feel like you are in a very low-budget self-help film. Say it anyway. The discomfort you feel is not proof that it isn't working. It is proof that it is. That discomfort is the old belief system saying, "Excuse me?" That is not what we say here. And your job is to say it anyway, gently, consistently, like you are speaking to someone you care about, because you are. The second thing I want you to do this morning is to catch yourself in the middle of a complaint and ask one question. Just one. What would I like to experience instead? Not, why is this happening to me? Not, what is wrong with me? Simply, what do I actually want here? Because here is a thing most people do not realize. We spend enormous amounts of energy describing in great detail what we do not want. We talk about it, we text about it, we lie awake at night narrating it with tremendous emotional conviction. And all of that energy, all of that focused, passionate, detail-oriented attention is creating more of exactly what we don't want. The moment you shift from here is my problem to here is what I am choosing instead, you have turned a corner that you can never fully turn back from. The third practice, and please do not underestimate this one because it sounds almost embarrassingly easy, is gratitude. But not the gratitude where you half-heartedly list 3 things while scrolling your phone. Real gratitude. The kind where you pause and actually feel it in your body. It can be tiny. I'm talking genuinely tiny. The warmth of the blanket. The fact that there is hot water in your building this morning. The one friend who always texts back. When you find real things, small real things, and let yourself actually feel grateful for them, your nervous system shifts. The stress chemistry in your body begins to quiet. And from that quieter place, better thoughts arise naturally, like flowers after rain, without you having to force anything. Now, here is something I want you to remember on the days when this feels hard. And some days it will feel hard. Changing your thinking is not about pretending that difficult things don't exist. It is not about slapping a smiley face over genuine pain. It is about choosing, even in the middle of difficult things, to hold the door open for something better. You do not have to leap from despair to joy. That is too far. But can you move from despair to the tiniest sliver of hope? Can you move from nothing ever works out to I don't know what's possible yet? That is enough. That is a beginning. And beginnings, my darling, are everything. The past is over. It literally cannot touch you unless you keep picking it up and carrying it into today. Every morning you wake up is a genuinely clean slate. Not a slate where you've conveniently forgotten all your responsibilities. That would be lovely, but unfortunately not how it works. But a slate where the story you tell about who you are and what is possible for you is a choice you get to make fresh every single day. So today, I want you to do just 3 things. Say something kind to yourself in the mirror, catch one complaint, and ask what you'd like instead. And find one tiny, genuine thing to feel grateful for and actually feel it for 10 whole seconds. Not 14 steps, not a complete personality overhaul before breakfast, just those 3 things. Start where you are. Use what you have. And trust that a small, consistent shift in how you speak to yourself will, over time, change absolutely everything. Because it will. I have seen it more times than I can count. I have lived it myself. You are not here by accident. You are here because some part of you knows, even when the mind is loud and the day is heavy and the to-do list is ungodly long, that there is more love available to you than you have been allowing in. And that love starts with you. It starts with this morning. It starts with this moment right now. All is truly well, my love. Life loves you. And the best thing you can do today is begin, however imperfectly, to love it back. Starting with the extraordinary, worthy, irreplaceable person looking back at you in the mirror. Now, go have a gorgeous day. And if this morning message spoke to something real inside of you, I want to hear about it. Leave a comment below and tell me what one thing you are choosing to believe about yourself today. Share this with someone who needs to hear it, because that kind of generosity always comes back around. Subscribe and come back tomorrow, because this is a practice and every single morning is a new opportunity to choose better thoughts, a bigger love, and a brighter life. The door is always open. I will always be here. And so, darling, will you